Hello there. Welcome to Centers Presents. I'm Greg, and if you're enjoying the content we're producing, please consider liking this video, showing that subscription button some love, making sure you have notifications for this channel turned on, and consider becoming a YouTube channel member today by following a link in the description below. Thank you. Today we're talking about Midnight Suns, and while Midnight Suns was my stripper name, it's actually Marvel's Midnight Suns that we're talking about today. The game that is in development and being led by Jake Solomon, the designer of XCOM and XCOM 2 Enemy Unknown. This is, of course, Firaxis' XCOM team. If you've been with this channel for a while, if you've been keeping up with our Discord, you know that we leaked the Firaxis Marvel game ages ago. And finally today, we have details on it that I'm so excited for. So it's being published by 2K Games, and Marvel's Midnight Suns is coming to everything under the sun. The PC, the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X, and it releases in March 2022. As of the recording of this video, we don't have a specific release date, just a month window. Now, this is a strategy, this is a tactical strategy game, and it shares no similarities with XCOM. It is going to be a very unique game. It's not just an XCOM reskin. I want to make that very clear. And in the game, that you'll play as the Hunter, an original character created by Firaxis in collaboration with Marvel Entertainment, and you'll be able to build a team out of characters that include Iron Man, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Blade, Nico from Runaways, if you don't know just the name off the bat, Magic, Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider, and Wolverine. And in total, there will be a total number of 13 allied heroes in all, drawn from across Marvel's wide spectrum, from the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Runaways. But it totals at 13 at launch. Currently, again, as the recording of this video, there is no comment in terms of post-launch DLC, but this is a single-player driven game designed from the ground up for you to take on the role as the Hunter. Now, the Hunter is your stand-in and will be highly customizable in both appearance and combat ability. Solomon said that there are over 40 different superpowers available to the player across a wide spectrum. From light, mirroring the most traditional of the superheroes in the game, like Iron Man and Captain America, to dark, which again leans more toward heroes like Ghost Rider and Blade. Now, you will embark on turn-based missions as the Hunter, and as you play as the Hunter, you will take 3 other superheroes with you, and you will all level up and improve your skills over time. In between missions, players will have free reign to explore the Abbey, which is an all-new headquarters area designed, again, in partnership with Marvel Entertainment and its grounds. Solomon said players will explore it in third person, using their time to develop relationships with other superheroes. For example, Robbie Reyes, the new Ghost Rider, he may want to play video games. Captain Marvel may want to go spar with you. Tony Stark may want to go play cards. You choose how to hang out with them, choose how you talk with them, give them gifts. There are also social clubs around the Abbey that you can join and that affect your friendship with heroes. Some of these are pretty lighthearted since the story is dark enough. As the newly resurrected Hunter, players are the only one capable of stopping Lilith and her minions from destroying the world. Of course, the stakes are high. The game will not include permadeath, permanent death, which is another departure from the classic XCOM formula. Now, obviously, the game is built in, spiritually to play in on the large-scale epic combat that you come to expect and believe, that you come to expect and anticipate and hope for in terms of the Marvel universe, and that high-octane blockbuster action, and it truly is built from that. And personally, it is beautiful. And as someone who really loves, and me in particular, I adore the XCOM series. I have been so excited since this leaked to see what they are, what they're capable of doing, in terms of it being inspired by the Marvel Universe. Now, Solomon said that high-flying style of combat that we're going to see in the game wasn't initially in Midnight Suns. Over 2 years ago, his team sat down to create something that hewed much closer to the original XCOM formula, but the theming of the game itself and the characters on the map demanded that they change course, in the end developing something very different. In fact, when refactoring the game, his team spent a lot of time hacking together their own tabletop game with an assortment of collectible HeroClix figures between them. So it just goes to show how they're taking time to really build something unique. And honestly, in terms of how much Marvel content we have, in terms of whether you look at it in mobile, whether you look at it in console, however you approach it, it's so great to see a studio have the confidence and have the risks to say, let's approach the Marvel Universe differently. Let's put a new character into this perspective. Let's give the player a new perspective. And I really do appreciate that. It's something on the level that a lot of people were asking for in Marvel's Avengers. A lot of comments that I still get today are, why can't we create our own character? Why can't we do anything like that? And so you see that there is a desire to build something out. And so in Midnight Suns, you're going to have that blank slate. You know, the Hunter is your blank slate to build a character that will exist in the Marvel Universe. Hopefully it is successful. Hopefully it finds success. Obviously, XCOM and what this team is capable of, they are veterans of this sort of tactical play. I think it's absolutely going to find an audience. I think this is going to be incredibly, incredibly successful. I very much so have high expectations for this. I have high expectations not just because of the caliber of the team behind it, but also the way they've approached the narrative and the way they're approaching the storytelling. It's going to be exciting to get something new and to not just have more of these characters reframed over and over and over again. There's only so many times you can reframe the Avengers before it just kind of loses a bit of interest. But now we're getting a different angle, a darker, a more occult angle, and I think that's going to drive a lot of the fan base because it's just not something we see a lot in terms of larger Marvel media. Now, it's something that we're coming to. We're slowly approaching a period where we're going to have characters who, obviously Doctor Strange, but he hasn't really dived into really creepy, dark aspects. But we're also going to be getting characters like Moon Knight and Ghost Rider and Werewolf by Night, as they all are slowly introduced into the MCU. And of course, Blade is looming ever so closer in his introduction to the MCU. So it's a great perspective to have, and it's great to see something really different. I'm also excited about the approach to the character interaction of how the Hunter will be able to build relationships. I cannot wait to see how this all plays out. I'm very, very excited for this. This is legitimately, if you could only pick up one Marvel game in terms of Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Midnight Suns, I would absolutely wait for Midnight Suns. I think this is going to be something very, very special. In the comments below, leave your thoughts. I look forward to hearing what your expectations are, how you hope to be able to build out the Hunter, and what remaining characters out of between the ones we have announced and the total number. Because as I said, the total number of characters or playable heroes in this game that the Hunter will be able to take with you on missions is 13. There's 13 slots, so we don't know all of them yet. And who do you hope make up those remaining slots? Thank you so much for your comments. To my YouTube members, thank you so much for your support and for making this content possible. If you're interested in becoming a YouTube member, you can follow a link in the description below to support the channel today for just $2.99 a month. Thank you. To everyone watching, thank you for being a part of the conversation. Please consider liking this video, showing that subscription button some love, and sharing this content with your friends across social media. It all helps immensely with YouTube's analytics and algorithms. Above all else, and most importantly, stay safe, take care of others, and have a wonderful day.